when you look back at your experience of
Mhm.
fundraising, what were your key learnings out of that experience that you can share and that could be an
Sure.
interesting tips for founders?
I think a few things. First of all, like find an investor that understands the vision and is excited about the vision. That's key because the journey is long and there are so many things we can't control along the journey. So having investors who can understand the long-term vision and are focused on the long-term, long-term investment horizon, I think is something really important. And the second thing, understanding also what will this investor add to the table that your company needs at that point. This is something we were really careful in every round that we did. So now we'll prepare for an IPO in the future. We need this. Oh, we are developing our platform. We need someone with expertise in tech and so on. So we always looked at, what will this new investor bring to the table? Because in terms of pockets, or even our existing investors, they could have funded the company in all the last rounds that we have done. And in terms of tips, I think you have to be successful in selling the vision. Is there a time to be captured? What's the unique value proposition that your company offers? Of course, sell the team and the talent. So I think these are the key things.
And if you were to raise today, given where we are in the market, and the market is very turbulent for B plus, C plus companies, how would you change your strategy in terms of fundraising? Or maybe how would you change your narrative around the company?
I don't know if I would change the narrative. And to be honest, I would try to make sure I was not in a position to need to raise because it's never good to fundraise when you need it. I think that's key. Like, what can you do with your company? How can you reduce burn or break even or start generating cash to not rush into this process, to bring in the right investor, to be able to negotiate good terms and valuation. Thank God we have a lot of cash. Our company is going well, so we don't need to raise. But the first thing I would try to understand what are the options not to be in this position, because ideally we should have, a strong voice on the table. And to have a strong voice, the company needs to be in a strong position from a cash perspective. And in terms of the speech, I think one different aspect that I see nowadays, of course, is okay, it's not only about the growth potential, the unique value proposition, but also how are the unit economics evolving, how profitable will be the business. And I think it's something that even earlier stages is increasingly more important and investors are asking about a lot.